From the sky, it looks like a miracle, an entire planet drawn in sand, floating off the coast of Dubai. But the closer you get, the stranger the vision becomes. Many of these islands were made for billionaires, yet for years, almost no one came home. This was not a simple resort. It was a promise to turn the world itself into waterfront property. The project was called the World Islands, and its ambition was almost mythological. Hundreds of artificial islands arranged like a global map. Each piece of land was meant to become a country, a dream, a private escape, or a monument to wealth. From a distance, it seemed like Dubai had done what ancient empires only imagined, reshaped geography by command. But islands are not only built with sand. They need roads, power, water, people, purpose, and time. And for years, this floating map became one of the strangest silences in modern architecture. To understand why, we have to begin with Dubai itself, a city that learned to build symbols before the world could look away. In the early 2000s, Dubai was not just growing. It was staging a new identity on the edge of the Gulf. Skyscrapers climbed through the haze. Artificial coastlines stretched into the sea. Real estate became spectacle. The Palm Jumeirah had already shown that land could be manufactured, marketed, and made iconic. Then came an even larger idea, not a palm, not a crescent, but the planet itself. The World Islands were planned as a cluster of small man-made islands, separated by water channels and protected from the open Gulf. The image was irresistible. Europe, Asia, Africa, the Americas, and islands named after countries, cities, and regions. For buyers, it was not only land. It was ownership of a symbol that could be seen from above. The engineering began with dredgers, ships designed to lift sand from the seabed and spray it into position. Layer by layer, the Gulf floor was rearranged into a map no natural force had ever drawn. The process was brutal in scale and delicate in detail, because every island had to hold its shape against water, wind, and time. Breakwaters had to soften the sea. Channels had to keep the islands separated. The whole archipelago had to survive as one system. But a map seen from the sky is different from a place where people can live. An island needs electricity before it can glow at night. It needs fresh water before a resort can open its doors. It needs docks, waste systems, emergency access, kitchens, staff housing, deliveries, and a reason for guests to return. Luxury, at this scale, becomes infrastructure disguised as fantasy. And that is where the dream became more complicated than the rendering suggested. By the time the islands emerged from the water, the global financial crisis was approaching. In 2008, the real estate world changed. Credit tightened, investors retreated, and many megaprojects lost momentum. Dubai did not disappear, but some of its most ambitious visions entered a long pause. The World Islands became famous not only for what had been built, but for what had not yet happened there. Satellite images showed a planet of sand, waiting offshore, with only scattered signs of life. The silence made the project feel almost archaeological before it was even finished. Here was a future ruin, new land that already looked abandoned. Some islands changed hands. Some plans were revised. Some promises remained suspended between luxury marketing and reality. This is the paradox at the heart of the story. Dubai had created land, but land alone was not enough. The islands could be owned, photographed, and named. But could they become a community? Even the word community feels strange here, because these islands were never designed for ordinary life. They were imagined for ultra-private villas, exclusive resorts, imported atmospheres, and controlled experiences. In other cities, neighborhoods grow from markets, schools, streets, and daily routines. Here, the first dream was seclusion, a world made for arrival by boat, helicopter, or invitation. That made the islands visually powerful, but socially fragile. A luxury island with no permanent rhythm can become a stage set, beautiful, expensive, and strangely still. Yet the story did not end in abandonment. Slowly, parts of the archipelago began to wake up. One of the most visible revival efforts became the heart of Europe, a cluster of themed islands built around European-inspired hospitality. Its promise was surreal: Mediterranean villages, floating villas, beach resorts, and climate-controlled fantasy in the Gulf. The concept turned the map into theater, replacing silence with performance. Resorts began to open, guests arrived by boat, and the islands that once looked empty began to show signs of commercial life. Still, the revival also revealed how difficult the original dream had always been. Building a resort on an artificial island is one challenge. Building a full living world across hundreds of islands is another. Every new opening raises the same question: is this a comeback or only a small flame on a very large map? The world islands are often described as abandoned, but the truth is more interesting than that. They are not a dead project. They are a suspended dream, slowly being edited by economics, engineering, tourism, and time. Some islands host resorts. Others are planned for private mansions. Others remain quiet, shaped but waiting. This unevenness is what makes the archipelago so haunting. It is not empty in the simple sense. It is incomplete in the deeper sense. From the mainland, Dubai rises as a city of lights, towers, highways, and daily motion. But offshore, the islands sit apart, separated not only by water but by purpose. They belong to the same city, yet they feel like a different experiment entirely. A city usually grows because people need shelter, trade, work, and connection. These islands were born from a different question: what can wealth imagine if land itself is no longer fixed? That question is powerful, but also dangerous, because the sea does not care about branding. Sand shifts, water presses, maintenance never ends. Artificial land must be defended constantly against the forces that made it necessary to build in the first place. The more exclusive the island, the more dependent it becomes on hidden systems most visitors never see. Behind every silent beach are pumps, generators, service boats, staff routes, contracts, and costs. The fantasy of isolation requires an enormous network to keep it alive. That is why these islands feel like a modern monument, not to ancient faith or empire, but to ambition itself. They show what happens when a city tries to make the impossible visible before it is fully practical. And yet, there is something undeniably mesmerizing about them. Even unfinished, the archipelago has become part of Dubai's mythology, a map of desire floating beyond the skyline. It invites criticism, fascination, admiration, and doubt all at once. For some, it is proof of visionary engineering. For others, a warning about luxury stretched too far from ordinary life. For the Golden Atlas, it is something else, a place where modern ambition already feels like ancient legend. Imagine future travelers looking down at these islands and asking what kind of civilization tried to build the world twice. They may see resorts, mansions, beaches, and lights. Or they may see a question written in sand. Can a dream this private ever become alive? Can a map made for billionaires become a place with memory? Dubai's world islands remain suspended between spectacle and settlement, between promise and presence. They are not simply abandoned. They are waiting for the final proof that land can be created faster than life can follow. And in that waiting, the islands reveal their deepest mystery. The most expensive paradise on earth may not be the one people cannot reach, but the one people do not yet know how to inhabit.